I had her walk to the front of my patrol car. She said she did not know why she was stopped, but supposedly she was going to R10960, State of Texas versus Dormadelli Vasquez Ledesma. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Welcome to a courtroom showdown straight out of Texas. On trial today, Dormadelli Vasquez Ledesma facing a DWI charge with her children in the car. The stakes? Not just fines or probation. This is about endangering lives and facing the harsh reality of Texas law. The prosecution is lining up strict conditions: jail time, license suspension, community service, and more. Meanwhile, the defense is already asking for leniency, painting a picture of a hardworking mother who cleans houses and needs to drive for her livelihood. But don't get too comfortable, because what comes next in this transcript will flip the courtroom's tone on its head. The judge is about to lay down details from the police report that are not only damning, but jaw-dropping. Stick with me, because this case goes from routine sentencing to a sobering reminder of how one night's decision can nearly destroy everything.
Jason Jorgens for the state.
Defense.
Charles Sierra for Ms. Vasquez.
And are you Ms. Vasquez Ledesma? Counsel, have you received all the discovery in this case, and did you review it with your client?
Yes, I have you.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Ms. Ledesma, I'm showing you what's entitled Application for Community Supervision. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it? State is requesting that your community supervision be for a term of 2 years. There be a TAP evaluation, 72 hours in the Bexar County Jail, 100 hours of community service restitution, DWI education, DWI victim impact panel, ignition interlock for half the term, 2 years driver's license suspension, parenting course, scram ankle monitor for 60 days, and regular UAs. Did you understand those are recommendations from the state, and the court does not have to follow those recommendations? All right, applicant State Exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are we proceeding with sentencing? Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
With respect to the recommendations by the DA with the 2-year license suspension, my client cleans houses for a living. He needs to be able to drive, and does take children to school, children in school activities and so forth. So I'm asking the court for some leniency on the.
Oh no, her license is going to be suspended. Did you read this police report?
Yeah, I don't think.
Oh, do you want a jury trial? Because let me just tell you what I read in this police report.
I know. I've read.
Now, let me tell you what it is, because I don't think you have internalized what's in this police report. So you had your children with you. And according to this, you were pulled over because you were driving against traffic. So that means that you were driving improperly. You were going against traffic, which means other people could have been injured. In the vehicle, you had an 8-year-old and a 10-year-old. And it says, when I arrived on location, AP, that's you, was standing on the sidewalk, unhandcuffed. I had her walk to the front of my patrol car. She said she did not know why she was stopped, but supposedly she was going against traffic. AP then admitted to consuming 2 drinks.
Pause right there. The judge just zeroed in on the most chilling part of this entire case: the children. This isn't just about Vasquez driving the wrong way on the road. She had 2 kids, only 8 and 10 years old, strapped into that car. Think about that. 2 lives completely dependent on her judgment, and she admitted to drinking beforehand. In the eyes of the court, this instantly escalates the risk factor. It's no longer just reckless, it's endangerment. Imagine being on that road, headlights suddenly facing you in the wrong lane with kids in the back seat. Should the court treat her as a struggling mother trying to keep her license, or as someone who gambled with lives? What do you think? Does parenting responsibility make this crime more severe?
And it says, when I arrived on location, AP, that's you, was standing on the sidewalk, unhandcuffed. I had her walk to the front of my patrol car. She said she did not know why she was stopped, but supposedly she was going against traffic. AP then admitted to consuming 2 drinks at Ingram Park Mall at a bar, but did not know the name of the bar. She started drinking at 8 p.m. and stopped at 9 p.m. AP later denied consuming any alcohol and also denied that she first admitted to consuming alcohol. She did not know what time it was. She said she was not driving. She was shopping. Last date at 3 p.m. And is not under a doctor's care and has no prescribed medications. During the interview, she said she needed to use the bathroom. So I advised her that I would have a female officer to make the location, and she walked away to a tree and started to urinate. After she finished urinating, I completed the interview. She had bloodshot, glassy eyes, slurred speech, and was unsteady on her feet.
This is classic evidence stacking up for impairment. Bloodshot eyes, slurred speech, unsteady balance, and a growing odor of alcohol. Legally, these are red flags every officer is trained to spot in a suspected DWI. Add in the failed field sobriety test, the HGN or horizontal gaze nystagmus, and the state's case is practically bulletproof. But here's the twist. Vasquez keeps contradicting herself. First, she admits to drinking at the mall, then backtracks and denies it. In court, those inconsistencies destroy credibility. If you were the judge, would you believe her story or the officer's detailed report? Drop your thoughts in the comments below.
The odor of alcohol was also getting stronger as she kept talking. They did the HGN, you failed the HGN. So I am not sympathetic to her with the driver's license suspension. Her license is going to be suspended. Do you realize you could have killed your children and other people?
Yes.
But do you understand that?
I haven't drank since. Yes, I very understand
When's the last time you had alcohol?
that day.
All right, when you drug tested today, what are the results going to be? For everything?
Forever.
All right. Probation, I'm going to want a drug test on Miss Ledesma. And I'm going to also want it for alcohol if you're able to do it for alcohol as well. Are you employed? You're cleaning houses?
Yes.
All right. And how often do you do that?
Almost every day.
Do you work with the company or no?
No, for myself.
So how are you paid?
Oh, with my customers.
I mean, is it payment by check, cash?
Oh, Zelle, cash sometimes.
Okay.
She works for an attorney friend of mine that's representing.
Okay.
Work for.
All right, you're whispering so the court reporter can't hear.
Say, she does work for various people and she gets paid cash or check. And she cleans houses for other attorneys that I know that I got involved.
Were you able to hear him? Okay. All right, the court is finding you guilty. The court is going to sentence you to 180 days in the Bexar County Jail, suspended and probated for 2 years. There's a $2,000 fine that will be probated. Do you know the restitution amount for the labs?
It's usually $60, Judge. I'm not sure if it is in this case.
All right, restitution for lab testing, if any. I'm going to want a TAP evaluation. Follow recommendations of TAP. If they say outpatient treatment, then I'm going to want intensive outpatient treatment. I'm going to want 90 sober meetings in 90 days. Proof of employment within 30 days. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider with minors. There is to be no employment where you're working at any establishment whose primary source of income there is serving alcohol beverages. Do you understand?
Yes.
100 hours of community service restitution. 40 of those hours will be waived if you provide proof of the COVID vaccination. Court was not requiring you to get the COVID vaccination, but if you do, 40 of those hours will be waived. I'm going to want parenting classes. The remaining of the hours will be waived with parenting classes. DWI education course. DWI victim impact panel. With regards to the ignition interlock, you're asking for ignition interlock in the Scram device?
The scram, we're only asking for the first 60 days, Judge, but yes.
All right, I don't understand scram and ignition interlock.
Scram, we want to get her started off on the right foot. That's why we're only requesting it within the first 60 days. Ignition interlock, we're requesting for half the term of probation, which would obviously be longer than that. So we want to keep her monitoring, and I believe it may be required by statute.
No, I mean, the ignition interlock, yes, but I mean, ignition interlock and scram is going to be very expensive.
This is where sentencing gets real. The court isn't just punishing Vasquez. It's also imposing financial and lifestyle restrictions that will follow her for years. The ignition interlock alone means she can't start any car, even one in her driveway, without proving she's sober. Add the scram device, an ankle monitor that continuously checks for alcohol, and suddenly her freedom comes with a hefty price tag. For many defendants, this isn't just about accountability. It's about affordability. Can someone working cash jobs as a house cleaner realistically keep up with these conditions? Or will the financial strain push her right back into violation? It's a tough reality, and one that shows how probation can sometimes feel like walking a tightrope.
You're going to have ignition interlock on every vehicle that you have access to. And when I say have access to, if it's parked at your house, if it's owned by your husband or whoever lives at your home, ignition interlock is going to be on there. And that's going to be ignition interlock for the full term. 2-year Texas driver's license suspension. And I'm going to want regular UAs, field visits, 1 time per month. And please tell probation, check her home for alcoholic beverages. When you're on probation, you're not allowed to drink alcohol at all, even in your own home. You understand? And there's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person. Probation, is there anything else? Anything else you need from the court? Showing you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it?
Yes.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
And that's the final word from the bench. Vasquez walks away with a guilty plea, 2 years of probation, strict alcohol monitoring, and a suspended license. The judge's closing remarks cut deep. In DWI cases, it's often the passengers, innocent kids, friends, or complete strangers, who pay the ultimate price. Beyond the courtroom, this case is a powerful reminder that drunk driving isn't just a traffic offense. It's a gamble with human lives. Was justice served here? Or should the court have been even harsher?